information about who we are.
Thank you, Kurt. Thank you.
So we have an express transport company, and we do express transport deliveries. This we do with vans and with big vans. It's called solo trucks. These transports are cross-border transports. So this means that the driver will drive in Europe, but he's traveling through Europe for a certain period of time. Every night, we provide the driver with a hotel. So he will need to stay in Europe for a longer period, but we will pay him for a hotel. We pay him a per diem. So every night he is outside of the Czech Republic, we pay him a per diem. We pay him a salary which is way above market. And but the only thing what we want is dedication and experienced drivers and drivers who speak English. So I'll explain you a little bit what our transport lanes are. They are from Brussels to Munich, from Munich to Innsbruck. So it's from Munich to Innsbruck, from Innsbruck to Milan. And then from Milano back to Munich, Munich to Frankfurt, Frankfurt to Brussels. So they drive in loops. So they're non-stop, they're driving in loops. Then we have another one going from Brussels to Lyon, Lyon, Barcelona, and back. Then we have one from Warsaw to Frankfurt, Frankfurt, Brussels, and back. So for these flows, we need about 10 drivers because the drivers are allowed to drive by law 9 hours a day. And so what we do, we let them drive from hub to hub. And that is from hub is starting point. And the second hub will be the hotel where the other driver is waiting. He will take over from the current driver. The other driver will take a rest for at least 13, 14 hours in a hotel, what we pay for. And the other driver will continue the journey to a final destination after he finishes 9 hours. So when he reaches Milan, there's another driver waiting. The other driver will go to the hotel in Milan. He stays there. He can do his viewing in Milan if he wants to, as long as he's back for the next trip and sober, because the driver is not allowed to drive without having a drink. So this is what we're doing. We are rotating. So
yes.
So one van goes down, the other van goes up, and they come back. So this is a business model what we are having. So why I'm looking for third country drivers? I lived in the Middle East for 15 years. My business started in India. So I was in Delhi, Jaipur, Jaipur, Meerut, Bangalore, Mumbai, but also Varanasi, Baduy, but also Kathmandu. And I know the dedication of the Nepali is insane compared to the Indians. Maybe I don't know if you have that experience, because of course you have more volumes in Indians, because of course there's 1.1 or 1.2 billion Indians in the world, and there's only 20 or 30 million Nepali in the world. But I have very good experience with Nepali. Nevertheless, we are open for Indian drivers, absolutely, because I'm aware that this market is big. And they have some very good drivers, but they also have some very bad drivers. So I've seen them both.
I can imagine. And we all know that Nepalese, they have big mountains, quite dangerous sometimes. So they are very used to drive in this. By the way, I'm very familiar with your turnaround. Very simple, because my wife, she's working by a truck company back in Chiasso, Stabio, in the, close to Milan in Switzerland. And they have everyday truck who stop, because she work in a brick truck company where they fix truck, coming from Lithuania, from Poland, from Czech Republic, from Hungary all the time. And
Yeah.
so, I can hear her story every evening. No, not every evening. I told her sometimes, don't tell me more stories. But but I know people stay there for one night, then come the second tour, etc. So I'm very familiar with your job, to be honestly.
Yeah.
Back to Nepal, India. I understand they are very good Indian as well. What I noticed and what happened to me in the last 2 years as well, I place Pakistani who work in the Middle East at the moment, especially in Saudi Arabia and in the UAE and in Qatar, who has the license from the UAE. As you know, the license from the UAE is very important. Now, Czech Republic and UAE, they sign an agreement, so the license from the UAE is valid in the Czech Republic today and in
Hmm.
Europe as well. Is valid in many countries in Europe. The country that you mentioned is included. Some countries still not sign it, but the country that you mentioned are signed. This is a very important point as well for you to
So
know.
Emirati and Saudi license are transferable, right?
Yes, correct, correct. So this is the work that I'm doing. My work is to understand in which direction to go. So I wanted to try to go in two directions. Then after you will decide logically. Also, the first direction is I want to bring you candidates who are now in Saudi Arabia and the UAE, and you will have a look. And then I want to bring you candidate from Nepal, India, and you will have a look. So you have two different. Now, if they are coming from Nepal, what happened usually? What happened usually? And explain you how your competitor are doing. To make a long story short, not
Yeah.
com- not competitor from the Czech Republic, but from other European country like Croatia. They bring them down to the country, like in the Czech Republic. They do a 3 months training
Yeah.
on place, and then after they get the qualification to receive the license to drive in the EU country. So this is with Nepalese and India, okay?
Yeah.
Because the license there
It's
is
not transferable.
no, no.
Okay, then I have the focus on the Middle East. I think that's the most important thing because I have the ideal. I worked a lot with Gurkhas. You know Gurkhas, right?
Yes.
Especially I lived in the Middle East, and I also worked during the war in Iraq and in Afghanistan, and there was no one I could trust more than these people.
Okay.
um, um, but if this is going, because we have now a short-term project, which is meaning that I need to bring them in as soon as possible, meaning that what you have available, we will screen, we will speak to them, we need to know, of course, the experience, and maybe I will go to the Emirates or to Saudi, and because everybody who I hire, including the drivers, I meet personally. And especially if you go for different culture, if you go for different religion, I have no issue. I have no issue with any religion or culture, but it needs to match because my personality is rather dominant, and there's nothing wrong with it. That's why I lead this company. Uh, and um, but I do know the characteristics of the Pakis and the characteristics of the Indians. So it depends where they're from in India. If they're from the south, they're the Christians, and they are more this than hard workers. If they are more from Madras region, they're very hard workers, but their English is very poor. So I know a little bit, not as much as you, but I know the culture.
No, 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 no. You know more than me. Sorry, you know more than me. Absolutely, you was there many time, and you spend a lot of time of your life there. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. So what I suggest is because the license we are looking for, I will send you by email as well. We are looking for C license
I know.
and BE.
Yes.
Yeah. BE is basically people with a big caravan,
Yeah,
right? And I'm from the Netherlands originally, so we are born with BE, to say it as such, right?
yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
you know all the Dutch are driving, but we have our vans are driving with trailers,
Yeah.
and for this we need to have for this we need to have a special driver's license. And I know that maybe the flow of drivers who are willing to come to Europe at the moment out of the Middle East is a little bit higher now due to the situation over there. Um, so we are actively looking into this. Um, so I will speak to the person who is doing all the transfers in regards to Code 95, because Code 95 is what the drivers need to get once they are coming in. We already are entitled to hire drivers from outside the Czech Republic because we have tried to recruit locally drivers. We were not successful. So that means that the authorities locally have given us the opportunity to recruit from outside the European Union. So what I will do, Richard, I will give you by email a complete overview of I will give a presentation of my company, so which will help your recruiters. I will let you know what kind of vehicles we are driving. All the vehicles are left-handed driving, so the Indian drivers from India, they are used to right-hand driving.
Yes, I know.
So we are looking for the ones in
Left.
in the Middle East with the left-hand driving experience. Um, some of our trucks are automatic and some of them are manually. But again, that is, we can come over it. But most important thing is they know how to handle a trailer and that they are able to communicate in English.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Kurt,
So,
from my side, I will send you two candidates just immediately by email
yeah,
for you to have a look. Okay, look
yeah,
the details, the CV, the license, etc. So you tell me if this is the candidate. You know, if this match what you need. So we are all on the same boat. You know, we are all on the
yeah,
same level and we understand each other. So this will help immediately. You say to me yes, or you say yes, but maybe they need this or no. So
yeah.
is okay with
That's
you?
good. That's good.
Just
That's good for me.
yeah, so that you
That's
have
good for
an
me.
idea of two, three. Now the first two, three that I see, I will send to you. You just have a look and you let me know because I prepared a bit myself for this interview so that we are not wasting our time
No.
and we need to know how to move forward. It's good that you advertise in the Czech Republic and so that you can prove to the government that there is no candidate available. And this will help as well for the visa process, logically, because
Yes.
then is the company who will need to support for the visa. You know, the company to send a letter to the Czech Republic as usual. And
Yeah, we need to go in that process because you can assist me with this process, right?
yes, it's
Yeah,
very
because
simple. To make a long story short, you did all the process correct so far. So you advertise, you have now the authorization to hire. You have the authorization in written or only by voice?
no, in writing,
Okay, so you
in
have this
writing.
document available. This is one of the most important document. Then the
Yeah.
second document is a contract. Obviously, you will provide a contract. The third one, an accommodation that you provide them accommodation, and what they check. I, um, they check to make a long story short if the company pay the VIT. You know the VIT.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. We are up to date. No
No, no,
worries.
no. I'm
We
just telling you how
No,
is it.
no, no. Of course, of course. Because the thing is, what we usually don't do is, of course, accommodation for the drivers locally. So we need to recalculate how we do the salary because if we need to provide a housing, we can do two things. When I lived and worked in the Middle East, I got a salary which included housing, right? So let's
Yeah,
say they gave me 20,000 dirhams. And out of the 20,000 dirhams, 5,000 dirhams was housing, and I needed to facilitate my own housing with that. So we can maybe break it down like that. Or because the thing is, because I know they need to have a legal address when they come here, right? So,
Correct.
but you tell me what I must do and where we are flexible, and of course, because to provide housing, I will be able to do it. Don't get me wrong, but that will not be in Prague because in Prague is crazy
I know,
expensive.
I know, I
Yeah.
know.
So that will be far from the job site. But on the other hand, if they are able to allowed to share, because then there will be apartment somewhere else, and they can share it with other drivers, and they can keep it maintained and clean. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
that will be part of the package then.
yeah, also there are two ways. The first way is include the accommodation inside in the salary. So you have the salary and then you deduct for the accommodation to make a long story short. But they need two letters. One is the contract, the job contract, and one is the letter accommodation. Say our
Okay.
candidate Mohammed, whatever, he stay at the Rue de l'Avion in Amsterdam, in Prague, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and they want to see photo of the location. Seriously, they want to see photos of the location, and
Yeah.
sometimes as well maps.
On
It's
Google
okay
Maps.
to
Yeah.
place two people on the same place as well. There is absolutely not a problem. Um, and this is it. Some other company, what they do, they tell, okay, we give you the salary. I make an example. We give you the salary 1,500 euro, and you pay us 250 euro for the accommodation. Okay, so that's
Mm-hmm.
mean that you have the accommodation for the first 6 months, and then after is up to you. This can be another alternative situation. We give you the salary, and then accommodation you have to pay
Because
150, 350,
because
whatever.
how it usually works, Richard, is they work 8 weeks nonstop in Europe. So don't get me wrong, they get very well paid for that, right? So they also get every day abroad, they get 40, 50 euro per diem, which is tax free. Yeah. And if you do that for 30 days, that's 1,500 euros per month, which comes in addition to that. Plus, we pay for their hotel. Then they come back to Prague for 2 weeks. Well, if they say, no, listen, I want to work for 16 weeks, they can work for 16 weeks. We don't care. But we think it's human to the European drivers. They all say 8 weeks and then 2 weeks off to relax, say hello to the wife. But if they're because I know the mentality of the drivers from the Far East, they prefer to make as much money as possible, send it to their family, and the more time they're off, the more money they spend, and that's not what they want to do.
Yeah. No, no, no. I understand. I understand. I think we will find the solution. The standard solution have a salary which covered accommodation, and or you give two options. Then everyone decide. Or you
Yeah,
decide, or you decide. You are the one who pilot everything. So you have to do the best, which is for you, because as you know. Some of the people after 6 months they say, "Oh, I want to live in Prague city center."
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to stay outside anymore. And what you do, you have an agreement with the location, then you have administration work, and so maybe just give a salary, a standard, plus an accommodation. Tell the accommodation is 300 euro per month. That's it, or 500, whatever. Just I just give an example now.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
in this case, it's fine. Eventually, you say the first month is paid by the company. That's it. Just that they know that. We have to find
Yeah.
this. The accommodation is
I will
very,
find.
very important.
We will find a way. I'll find a way for this. There's no
Okay.
issue. I will find a way for this. There's no issue. Okay. So, so I send a presentation.
Yep. You received my email yesterday, correct, Kurt? This is why you're here.
Yes, 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 yeah. I saw your email yesterday. I
No,
saw
no,
your
because
email. Yeah.
Anastasia told me first that you did not receive. Say, oh, maybe end up on spam. It can happen
No, no,
sometimes.
no. I got it. I got it. I got it.
Okay.
I need to. Because the funny thing was,
Many emails.
I yeah. Besides that, yes. Richard. Yeah, I have it for sure. I have it for sure.
Don't worry, I can resend you. No, no problem, Kurt.
No, I'm 100% sure I have it. But the thing is, I have restructured my inbox, and I need to find some some things back still. So,
I will
but
send you a
I
short email after the meeting, and I will say thank you
yes,
very much, and then after you just reply to them. Easy.
yes, 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 yes.
I know, I
So,
know.
so I will send you a presentation. I will give you salary. I will give you driver's license. You send me the three, four drivers you have.
Yes, just to
We
have a
will,
look, to understand
yeah,
if we are on the same page on this.
yes. If we agree on the drivers, how long will the process take before they are ready and have boots on the ground?
Okay, the problem I think it's not from the driver's side, not from our side, and from your is the visa. So the
Yeah.
visa is about 3 months, Kurt. You have to calculate
Okay.
3 months. Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
Just that you
No,
know
that.
this, more faster we are in sending the information to the Czech Republic embassy, better it is. Logically, between you and me, now, if they apply in the Czech Republic in Abu Dhabi, they
Yeah.
are faster than the Czech Republic um, embassy in Delhi.
Ah. Okay. Okay. So let's focus on the Middle East then, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Abu Dhabi and quite sure Riyadh is also quite good. So
Yes.
driver's license, salary, presentation. Um, yeah, and I think we will be more in touch about this. I spoke to another company who's doing this as well, um, but they were not as experienced as you are. So I prefer to work with you on this. So good. Yeah, if you can send it to me, Richard, then let's see how we can take this forward.
Today you will get everything. I will send you immediately by email all the details so that you have an overview.
Perfect, perfect.
No. And I will share as well my direct mobile number in case you want any question, whatever. Just send me a
Yeah.
message, no problem. I'm not. I don't want to say workaholic, but I'm always on pitch. I have a
Uh,
team of 12 people for your information. So my staff is working very hard. I'm very Swiss as well, so I like to be very
clock, clock, clock. Yeah, yeah.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly. Mm.
Good, good, good. Okay, let's move this forward, Richard,
Okay,
and
thank you very
let's
much.
take
Have
this
a
off.
great day, and I will say hello to
Yes,
Anastasia from your side.
yes, yes. Will do, will do. Thank you so much. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Kurt. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.